I know what you're thinking, Gareth Southgate, what? He's not good enough, but he's gotten England to a World Cup semi-final, a Euros final. How is he not good enough? So I'm going to explain in this video why I think Gareth Southgate will never lead England to a major tournament. If you do enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like, and if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. It would help me out a lot. Gareth Southgate was appointed England manager on the 30th of November 2016. He's been in that role almost 6 years, competing in 2 major tournaments. The World Cup in 2018, where he was knocked out in the semi-final by Croatia, and the Euros last year, where he was knocked out in the final by Italy on penalties. Getting that far in 2 major tournaments, that is impressive, isn't it? But you look at the teams they played in the knockout stages. In the knockout stages of the World Cup, England faced Colombia, Sweden and Croatia. 3 teams they should all be beating, and yet they lost to Croatia. Now we move on to the Euros, and they faced Germany in the round of 16, and I would say fair enough, I expected Germany to win that, but then they played Ukraine and Denmark, 2 teams they should be beating. And they did win those 2 games. They got themselves to the Euros final, and within 2 minutes, Luke Shaw made it 1-0. And Southgate, being the absolute tactical genius he is, he decided to park the bus in his own stadium after 2 minutes. Italy were not great in that match, and Southgate should have taken advantage of that, but instead he decided to sit back for 88 minutes of football, and of course in that time period Italy are going to get a chance. They ended up getting their equaliser, and they ended up winning on penalties. Most will blame Saka, Sancho or Rashford for missing England's penalties, but that game shouldn't have gone to penalties. That game shouldn't have gone to extra time. England should have finished it off, but Southgate bottled it. Southgate also plays in quite a defensive way, and I'm not someone to call that anti-football. I'm not someone completely against defensive football. I actually encourage it. However, when you're in England's arguably greatest attacking generation, and you have Harry Maguire and Tyrone Mings at the back, you should probably be utilising your assets and playing more attacking football. Had Southgate been the manager 15 years ago and he had Terry and Ferdinand at the back, fair enough, play defensive football because those were 2 fantastic centre-backs. But don't do that now when your options are an 80 million fridge and the man that doesn't even start for Aston Villa. England's back 3 consists of Harry Maguire, John Stones and Tyrone Mings. Now let's look at their attacking options. Harry Kane, one of the best strikers on the planet. Phil Foden is raved about by Pep Guardiola, a man that coached young Lionel Messi. Jadon Sancho was one of the most creative players on the planet. Jack Grealish made one of the best coaches of all time, paying 100 million euros for him. Jarrod Bowen just bagged 20 goals and assists in the Premier League this season, and he's only just making his debut. And I could go on and on. I haven't even mentioned Mason Mount or Bukayo Saka. England have such great attacking options, but no Gareth Southgate. He decides to utilise Harry Maguire, a man that has been so bad at football this season. He's getting bomb threats, which is a terrible thing, but it shows how bad he's been. So Gareth Southgate clearly has no tactical awareness. He clearly has favourites as well. I would say Trent AlexanderArnold is England's 2nd best player behind Harry Kane, and he barely even gets into the squad, which is a joke. People can argue, well, Trent can't defend. He has a very good defensive ability. His positioning is just the problem. But let's say if he is caught forward, England play a 5-back anyway. There will be cover for him, so why doesn't he play? John Stones and Tomori are England's best defenders. Tomori doesn't even start, which is just a joke. He's just won a Scudetto with AC Milan, one of the biggest clubs in world football, but he can't get into the team over Tyrone Mings, a man that won't even be starting for Aston Villa next season. So Southgate clearly has favourites. He has no tactical awareness. Is he really what's best for England? He's just relied on individual brilliance in his time as England manager, and it's paid off. However, if England really want to be challenging for the World Cup at the end of the year, they're going to have to sack Gareth Southgate, and the man I would personally bring in is Graham Potter, who I do believe is overrated by the English media, but his Brighton side do play quality football. The only thing they're missing is a clinical striker, and good enough for England, they have Harry Kane, one of the best on the planet. It's saying something how badly I think of Gareth Southgate when I picked the Brighton manager over him, and quite comfortably. Graham Potter is so much a better manager. He'd be so much better of a fit for England. Graham Potter is easily the perfect choice for England if they were to sack Gareth Southgate, but they won't, because the FA absolutely love Gareth Southgate because he's a yes man. I'm sure Gareth Southgate is a lovely man, no hate towards him, but I just think England will never win a major tournament when he is the manager. But let me know what you think in the comments. Should Gareth Southgate stay as England manager? Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to like the video. Please do consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one.